Just PSA, I didn't approve for no crackhead be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive.
There's a video of him and JR in the studio with Chris.
Blueface just got out of jail and he's already shaking things up again. Chrisean is out here wilding, saying Blue stomped her and left her bruised. Now she's talking about getting him locked up again. Meanwhile, Jaidyn Alexis is busy trying to gather everyone involved like she's running damage control. And then Blue's mom, Karlissa, jumps in, claiming Chrisean unlied someone, whatever that even means. And now people are whispering about JR possibly missing. This whole situation is spiraling fast. Honestly, it's exhausting to even keep up. I seriously can't believe how quickly the chaos started again. When Blue first got released, it looked like everything was chill. There was even a video of him and little JR in the studio with Chrisean. She was brushing off all the drama online, telling everyone to relax, saying Blue was just being there for his son, something she called an answered prayer. Chrisean said that after 2 long years, she and Blue finally figured things out and were just focused on co-parenting. She called Blueface her baby daddy and best friend, and it sounded like they were finally at peace. According to her, things between them were way better, and neither one was trying to control who the other dated anymore. She even said this was the most grown-up they'd ever been with each other. All she really wanted was the best for her son, and that meant making it easy for Blueface to step up and be a real dad. That was honestly the first time it looked like that baby was getting real grown-up love and care from both parents. For once, little Junior actually looked calm and peaceful. It was a whole new vibe. Other clips even showed sweet moments between Blueface and his youngest Chrisean Jr. There was one where the tiny guy stood up in his playpen for what seemed like the very first time, and Blue was right there, watching proudly like any dad would. It was actually kind of touching to see. Then came another emotional scene. Blueface reuniting with the kids he shares with Jaidyn Alexis. Cameras caught the moment as the whole family hugged it out after being apart for so long. You could see the love, because no matter what chaos goes on around him, one thing's for sure, Blue always shows up for his kids. He may be wild, but when it comes to fatherhood, he holds it down.
Attacked the security guards. Jonathan is caught in the middle of the worst experience of his life, y'all. Y'all need to pray for him because he is really trying to do the right thing, and people is playing internet games and don't really give a about their kids. That baby is somewhere. She drove off and left that baby. It wasn't no car seat, no nothing. She drove off and left that baby at Mount Tasia trying to follow my son. Jonathan daddy don't got no diapers. He ain't got no food. He don't know what the
So there I was thinking, wow, maybe this is the start of something real, like actual peace and healthy co-parenting now that Blue's out of prison. But nah, the peace didn't last. Apparently, it was during that same family outing that the drama kicked off again. Jaidyn reportedly wasn't feeling Chrisean's presence anywhere near her kids, and you could tell from her reaction, it was tense. To make things worse, Blue's mom Karlissa jumped online later, claiming that Chrisean ruined Blue's first day of family bonding. She said she had no problem with Chrisean Jr. being there, but claimed Chrisean pulled up in a black truck uninvited, like she was stalking the family. That's when things really started to get messy. Karlissa wasn't holding back. She went live and said Chrisean Rock kept trying to touch her at the arcade, even after she had disrespected her days earlier when Karlissa simply asked if Chrisean and little Junior could attend Blueface's prison release. According to Karlissa, things got worse fast. She claimed Chrisean left her baby at the arcade with no diapers, no food, and no car seat while she was chasing after Blue. That's a heavy accusation, and people online were quick to pick sides. Then Karlissa added more fuel to the fire. She implied that Chrisean purposely put Blue and Jaidyn's daughter, Journey, on camera just to stir things up. Whatever her motive was, it definitely worked, because after that, the situation exploded. Next thing anyone knew, Chrisean was online melting down, and Blueface was out here blasting all his exes. Jaidyn Alexis, Chrisean Rock, and Angela, who barely lasted 5 minutes with him, calling them out for not holding him down while he was locked up. Now, about Angela, she said she was planning this whole welcome home surprise for Blue just days before he got released, but according to Blue, she wasn't really locked in like that.
Just PSA, I didn't approve for no crackhead be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive.
He made it sound like she switched up the moment he got out. And of course, there was more chaos between Chrisean and Jaidyn, because it always circles back to those two somehow. Blue even said he didn't care if they messed around with other people while he was in for 21 months. but he did have a few choice words about how they acted while he was gone. He dragged Jaidyn for allegedly blowing through the $90,000 he gave her and said she was more focused on experimenting than caring about him. Blue also claimed he stopped speaking to her altogether when she refused to send him $50 for commissary, saying she needed it for gas money. He laughed it off, saying, "I don't care about D's and P's activities," but you could tell there was real tension behind those words. Blueface didn't hold back when he went off online, saying, "That's not holding it down." He said real loyalty means making sure your man on the inside has what he needs, like money on his books to hit the store. According to him, if you put your own priorities over that, then you've already failed the test. He even broke it down, saying it only costs around $300 a month to keep him set up behind bars, and if someone can't even do that, you can't eat at my table no more. That's cold. He gave Chrisean a little bit of credit, though, saying she tried for a good 7 or 8 months while Jaidyn dipped out the first week. Blue admitted, "Chrisean looked out for me more than Jaidyn, just keeping it real." He said he had halfway respect for her because she held him down for a while, and he appreciated that. But Jaidyn? He said she fell off fast, gone before the dust even settled. Of course, Jaidyn wasn't staying quiet about that. She jumped online to defend herself, claiming she did hold Blue down while he was locked up. On X, formerly Twitter, she said, "Weekly packages up until he told me to stop because Chrisean was getting mad." And she brought receipts. Jaidyn posted screenshots showing confirmation emails of commissary purchases under Blue's inmate ID, with transactions spread all across spring and summer of 2024.
There's a video of him and JR in the studio with Chris.
That was her way of saying, "Don't play with my name." But then Chrisean fired back too. She clapped back saying she wasn't about to support someone who was out here cheating on her. And she didn't stop there. Chrisean dropped another tweet accusing both Blueface and Jaidyn of using her for clout while she was just trying to show real love. She said her loyalty was genuine, but instead of being appreciated, it got mocked. The drama between these three just keeps spinning out of control, and every new post adds another layer to the mess. Things got even messier when Chrisean fired off another response, and this time she came straight for Jaidyn. She said, "Jaidyn, I don't know what's up with you, but watch your mouth. I don't want to see you get hurt just because of that bitter, sour heart of yours." She didn't stop there. Chrisean claimed that Karlissa wasn't even showing the real messages between her and Blue, the ones that supposedly proved Jaidyn took his kids away just to turn around and ask for $1,000 through Blue's own mom. She said, "He just got out. He don't owe you nothing." Then she went off about how messed up it was to take a man's kids and still ask for cash right after he got home from doing 2 years. Chrisean said Blue gave Jaidyn everything before going in, a career, a car, and his chains, and that she never got that kind of treatment herself. She admitted, though, that even when she was ready to give up, she still showed up for him that first year and respected the fact that Blue never held it against her. According to her, he always wanted to be a dad to his son no matter how crazy things got. But Jaidyn wasn't about to let that slide. She clapped back fast. She said, "Chrisean, I know you're finally calming down and trying to process everything 3 days later, but thank you for putting a threat in writing." She shut down the money claim completely, saying, "I never asked him or anybody for money the whole time he was gone. Show me one message where I did." And then Jaidyn got real personal. She told Chrisean to stop mooching off other people's couches and claimed her kid was still using the toys and furniture she bought. She ended her response by reminding everyone, "Me and him haven't spoken before or after he got out." The tension between these two just keeps building, and it's only getting uglier every time they post. Jaidyn came back with even more heat, saying, "I know you want me to be bitter because deep down you're envious. You gotta bark at the door to be let in, while God opens doors for me." She said she understood why Chrisean might be mad, hinting that jealousy was the real reason behind all the drama. Then she threw another jab, saying, "That's probably why you tried to put my kids on live more than you ever post your own."
Attacked the security guards. Jonathan is caught in the middle of the worst experience of his life, y'all. Y'all need to pray for him because he is really trying to do the right thing, and people is playing internet games and don't really give a about their kids. That baby is somewhere. She drove off and left that baby. It wasn't no car seat, no nothing. She drove off and left that baby at Mount Tasia trying to follow my son. Jonathan daddy don't got no diapers. He ain't got no food. He don't know what the
That line had the internet buzzing. Jaidyn made it clear she wasn't trying to be petty. She said if she were truly bitter, she would have never let her kids go around Blue or Chrisean at all. She explained that she picked up her kids because there was an incompetent person around them without her consent, and she wasn't comfortable with that. Then she closed her post with a cold shot. What or how I parent should never be your concern when you should be taking notes. Sheesh, that line had everyone talking. But right when people thought the online shots were cooling down, Chrisean went off again. After a series of posts and deletes on X, she accused Blueface of stomping her and said her back was still messed up. She even posted pictures of her bruised body online, which sent fans into a frenzy. People were split. Some believed she was showing proof, while others said it looked like she was trying to get Blue locked back up. Nobody could tell what the real motive was, but it was definitely shocking. Then Blue's mom, Karlissa, jumped into the mix again. She claimed that it wasn't Blue who hurt Chrisean, it was actually her security guard who did it, supposedly while trying to defend himself after Chrisean attacked him. Karlissa said Blue was yelling at the guard not to hurt her, trying to calm the situation down. Basically, Karlissa accused Chrisean of lying about the whole "Blue stomped me" story. And if that wasn't enough, Karlissa dropped another bomb, saying Chrisean had unloved someone and that she had receipts. She literally wrote, "I'm going to ask you nicely to leave my family alone," making it clear she's done playing nice. This drama just keeps getting darker and more twisted with every post. At this point, the situation was completely out of control. Blueface, Chrisean, Jaidyn, and even Karlissa had turned social media into a full-blown war zone. Every hour, someone was posting screenshots, deleting tweets, or going live to set the record straight, and the fans were eating it up like a reality show that never ends. It felt like every little secret was being dragged into the open, and nobody was holding back anymore. Blue tried to act unbothered at first, posting his usual slick captions about being free and focused, but you could tell the pressure was getting to him. He even hinted that he might take a break from the internet, saying he was done letting people play with his name, but the next day, he was right back online, dropping more shade. It's like he can't help himself. Meanwhile, Chrisean started getting sympathy from some people who felt like she was being ganged up on by Blue's family, while others said she was just playing victim again. Her posts were all over the place. One minute she was emotional, talking about wanting peace, and the next she was calling everyone fake and posting throwbacks of her and Blue when they were still happy. It's confusing, emotional, and explosive all at once. Then, to make things even wilder, Karlissa said she was done defending anyone. She went live again, claiming she had proof that everyone's been lying, including her own son. She said, "I'm tired of being the bad guy when I'm the only one telling the truth." That line alone sent fans into overdrive, wondering what proof she really had this time. Now people are speculating that someone's about to drop a tell-all or go on an interview run, because there's no way all this stays online forever. One thing's for sure, this Blueface drama isn't cooling down anytime soon. Every time it looks like they might chill, somebody hits post and the whole internet catches fire again. Karlissa went off again, and this time things took a wild turn. She claimed, "I got videos from both the people who know you, the man himself and the person you called right after. I recorded everything." Wait, what? That line alone had everyone's jaw on the floor, because if what she's saying is true, we're not just talking about family drama anymore. There might be something way darker going on here. She mentioned a man who was supposedly unlee, and then said Chrisean left her baby somewhere while she went running after Blue. At this point, nobody even knows what's real. People online were freaking out, wondering if the baby was actually missing. The whole thing sounds unreal, but Karlissa didn't stop there. She dropped another bomb, claiming someone came up to her with a DNA sample from Chrisean Jr. The way she told it, this person wanted her to get a test done to see if the baby was even Blueface's. In her rant, Karlissa played it cool, saying she wasn't sure what to do. But then she went and posted a photo of a grandparent DNA test kit. Like, what? That move had fans convinced she was really about to test it herself to find out if she's truly the baby's grandmother. At this point, it feels like this family's drama is a never-ending storm, and we're only at the beginning. If this much chaos is happening just days after Blue got out, imagine what's coming next. It's like every time you think it can't get crazier, it does. Honestly, I have a feeling we're going to be watching this family's mess unfold all the way through Christmas, and maybe even into next year. But hey, what do you think about all of this madness? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, because this story is far from over.